Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Good to see everyone in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. This is Experiment and Tweak It and Inspire Tuesday. This is the first stream that's just me and you.
I know.
The PJ duo.
The PJ duo.
Mm-hmm.
We shall become famous, Josh.
Yep. Alright, be sure to say hi in the chat so we can say hello back. Or you can just drop in, stay in the background. Whatever works for you. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. Trying to make it to our next milestone. And always remember, thumbsy upsies.
Thumbsy upsies.
Okay, are we ready to do that?
Are we ready to do it? Okay.
Yeah. That's P over there.
J over there.
Standing M for M. And together we are
PM Artist Studio.
Yep, PJs are here. Okay, I'm gonna say hi to all the participants.
All right. Yeah, have a little swing.
Hello, hello, everyone. Ooh. Okay. We got a lot of people in.
A lot of people? Good.
Give it a second for everyone to get in so we can say hi. Okay. Okay. Hello, Apple. Good to see you again. Arkansas's Crazy Quilter. Miriam. Barbara Poole. Betty Drummond. Candy. Carrie Griffiths. Good to see you. Chris M. Colleen. Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. Danya Kennelly. Saw some of her work in Makers. It's looking really good.
Yeah.
Debsy, Denise, Eddie, Ellen, Evie, Fran, Griffin Shale, Isabel Oliveira, Jamie Heron, Jeanette, Joni, Carla, Kathy, Carrie Phillips, Lynn Nygaard, Linda Renz, Linda S., Lydia, Marianne Weber, Mary Luxa, it's moving around, Maxine Lundbeck, Mitzi, Nancy Gray, Nightbot, of course, Quirky Queen's Journals, SAG, Sandy Franklin, Lynn, Star Travelers, Susan Dufresne, Susie Allen, SWL, The Shelley Studio, and TNS Vanberg, and Wendy H. Good to see everyone in.
Yes.
Hello.
Don't forget to give your friends a shout out.
Oh yeah. I don't know. They might be doing something. Say hello though. Oh, thank you everyone. They're all giving hello.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Remember thumbsy upsies.
Thumbsy upsies.
Alright, let's make sure.
No,
Don't
that's
forget.
probably going to be just too much the same color.
Yeah, we are the PJ duo, like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah.
Very fond of peanut butter and jelly. All right. Well, I've got some. We're going to go ahead and go through some old stuff first. You know, I always have old stuff, and I have finished my swap tags. I didn't I saw Patty Tolly Parrish talking about these. That may be where I learned this from her, and I just forgot. But she's lost hers, so it doesn't count. To get those little bits off, that's the best way in the world to do that. Of course, I just messed up my edging that I already did, but that's all right. I did this the other day without the benefit of all the lighting that I have right now. Is the lighting good?
Yeah.
Lighting good? All right.
Are you ready to go topside?
I'm ready to go topside.
Alright, we're ready.
All right.
That's all looking good.
Well, I talked about this. This is something that, okay, help me out here. Who told me about this? I forgot. Anyway, I did tell, it was a he, it was a him, that I would show this, and if somebody could get a screenshot of this, boy, that would be really great, and then I won't have to do it. Just being lazy. But here's what I thought. So, Sound of the Water. then I thought, well, I've got this little negative space right here. So what about if I took a little and made a little splash right there? I think that sounds. Now, the next thing is what color would I use? And I've got this color that I mixed up using my old makeup. That might be a really good one. I like this with the lime green thing here, going here. So I think that I'm going to go with that. Now, my other was this, but I don't know. I just feel like that's just too much, because then you'd be the only thing that you look at here. I think this is a little more subtle. What do you think, Joshy?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Hi, Aunt Mariah. Good to see you.
Is Mariah there?
She said hello. Hope vacation's going good.
Oh, it is. I've seen. Did y'all see pictures
On the Facebook, so cute.
Oh.
Izzy's swimming. She's getting so good.
I know she is.
It is a happy Tuesday.
All right. Isn't it amazing the power of technology? There they are out there in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm assuming in the Gulf of Mexico. Hell, I don't know where they are. But anyway, that's kind of... All right. So nobody said anything? Has anybody said anything?
They're just all saying hi to Mariah.
Oh, okay.
She said.
Well, I'm just going to sally forth and carry on and put my little splashes in here then.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be a good color.
They got a screenshot.
See, look. Look at that
Like
little
those
detail there.
Perfect.
I think that's absolutely lovely. I love
They
it.
like it. Hello, Devin.
Okay, now I must put this aside because if you put something on top of it, it will squish it. And I don't want to knock that over. Oh, I just think that's lovely. Lovely, lovely.
Perfect.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe since I got that out, maybe I'll just add a few little splashes hither and yon here.
Yes, the texture paste is made with repurposed makeup, right?
This is my made-up texture paste. But yeah, those others are.
Then they're asking what that stencil is.
It's
I'm trying to remember.
it's the water droplets. I don't know what it's called. Mariah can tell you. Mariah, can you tell us what those are called?
She's getting the link out. She's getting the link. Darcy is. Thank you.
Okay, good. Oh, I knew we had capable people there.
I don't know all of them. I don't know them all, the stencils. Or I don't know their official names.
Okay, now this is I'm getting down to the point where I've got to be kind of careful, because if I slap this down here, I'm going to mess that other one up. And we don't want to do that. Oh, look. Now, see? I was going to do this last time, but I forgot to find my stencil beforehand. And I thought I might know where it was, but then I was like, I'm not really sure I know where it is. I don't know if I need any on this one. Now, I could go ahead and add 5 here rather than just 3. And I think that would make me happier.
Expertly done. Those do look really nice. Those are the tags you're making?
Yes, these are going to my tag partner in the UK.
Oh. Across the ocean.
Across the pond. She's already sent hers. I haven't received them yet, but I would have sent these off the other day, but I really did want to do this because I thought that this was just really cool. And I thought it would be something that, you know, was...
Raindrop splashes.
Yes, pond. It's that frog jumping in that pond, Joshua. And he's splashing. Okay, so we'll put those aside. And I do have some more queued up.
To pull. Jumperts.
Queued up to make, because remember These are the little ones that I pulled off of where I messed up a really cool background, remember? Used too heavy of paint and whatnot. This was from the Ghost Pull. You can believe that stuff. The Ghost Pull. So, and remember Mariah cut them out. I found some more pieces of cardboard, and basically I want to do a quick, you know, I don't want to take a lot of time with this because I've spent a lot of time on the frogs. I'm kind of ready to move on, and I've got my other project back here, you know, kind of queued up a bit. But anyway, I've got some ideas, and we might do that. That might be kind of cool.
Christy Funkhauser's asking where you got the haiku about the frog and the splash.
I got it on the internet.
Interwebs.
And if you look at the comments from the last session, the nice man who told me about it will have a comment in there. And if somebody could find me that comment, that would be just wonderful. I can give him a shout out.
Oh, are the
I
tags?
lost my pirate cup. I think
the other one?
I think
clear one.
Izzy may have.
Isabella?
Well, I took it downstairs to wash it up because it was getting decidedly grimy. And, well, it hasn't been washed since I started, you know, my imbibing online. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now see, that's what can happen to your stencils, but not to worry about it. You kind of just fiddle around with it and push it back out. And that's what's lovely about. And see, it had, I don't know if it had a connection there.
Yeah, those ones break.
They do. See, Josh knows about that. But I really, I love this stencil so much. I love all of them. The ones with the stuff in them, you know, blocked out and whatnot. Okay, now let me show you some things before we start on that. Now, I know I'm just all over the place today. But I'm kind of, we started this, and Fran's here, so she's going to appreciate this. This is her stencil. And Paula's frog, I think.
Wow.
Or it might be Christy's frog. Or Susan's frog. I don't know. Whichever frog it is, can you please tell us in the thing and own up to your frog? Okay, so this is Fran's perspective stencil. And the little frog is climbing in there. And if you can't tell whether it's coming towards you or going away from you, because it's kind of an optical illusion-y thing. And then we've added the frog. Okay, you can see here on the back, I've added some yellow over that frog. I've added orange on this side and orange on this side. And now I want to put down a color to pull the whole thing with. So we are going to talk about that. I really am thinking about orange as a pull color. The reason being, I think that's going to pump up a lot of stuff. But I don't know. If I use orange, see, I'm going to lose my blues here. They will turn. Maybe I should use that yellow.
You could. Nice.
The bright, the yellow that has more oomph to it.
Yeah, I think the yellow always looks really good.
I think we need to go. All right. I think so. I'm going to put these aside here. I want to talk about them in just a minute. Not right at this moment.
Mariah thinks it's very pretty. It is. Oh, are you okay?
Well, oh, I just hit my knee. I do it all the time.
You could pull it.
My shoulder is what's hurting, and Joshy had a shoulder owie too, and we both put stuff on, but mine still. You're still kind of hurting a little bit.
Mine's better now. It wasn't hurting whenever I told you. It was like hurting a day ago. It's hurting bad. Oh, there's a question. Oh, Linda S asked if the tags are backed with another print before cutting.
If the what?
The tags that you had earlier.
Oh, the ones that I put the splashy, the raindrops on.
Yeah, they backed with another print.
Yes, they were backed with prints, and the prints are these two prints are from Eddie. He sent these with the drag queens. And they just happened to be sitting there, and they spoke to me, and I think, you know, this is really great because frog tadpoles eat dragonfly larvae because they start out in the underwater and then they climb up the stems and
they can eat.
Fly away.
Oh, but dragonflies are really cool.
Yeah. So I thought that was, you know, that's kind of a relevant thing. And then this print is one that this is a pick up and a rub off. Remember I was using that awful paper? And see, there's a little place where it rubbed off when I was trying to get it smoothed out. I'm not nearly as good at that smoothing out business as Mariah is. And I actually had to patch it, and I did such a good job I can't even tell where it is now.
Covered your tracks too well.
Anyway, I rubbed off a complete chunk out of it, and I had to put some more stuff down. It's there somewhere. Then I coated it with the clear texture gesso. Montmartre. Good stuff. You don't have that, you need to get that. Clear texture gesso. Good stuff. It's matte. And then it also is really good because you can come in then with colored pencil and really kind of come in and hit. I haven't really done that, but you could do that if you wanted to. Hit those little leaves, kind of give them a little bit of a punch up. Yeah, it's good stuff. I am going to get those in the mail, I promise. All right, I think we're going to go with this. This is Naples Yellow, and we know that Naples Yellow is extremely, extremely opaque. So that's going to take care of and not alter our blue-green so much. It's going to green it out, but it's also not going to make our orange go into the browns. And that, I think, is really important for this print. Already have a little, and that's just going to intensify. I'm using lots because I don't want, pardon me, to run out, you know, mid-brayering.
Oh, Star Traveler loves your rings.
Thank you. Thank you. They're from my Mimi.
Checks in the mail. She does have a really good collection.
What? Now, okay, can you see where this is not covering?
Yeah.
That is not good news. That is not good news.
Do you need to go back over it?
I need to get in there. Ow. Pinched myself with the lid.
Wow.
And get that to soup it up a little bit. And I think since I've already got that other one down there, I don't think that this is going to alter my overall plan. Hopefully not. But I do have to make sure that I've got those areas well saturated because we know what happens.
Hello, hello.
It won't work. I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Could have gone with the, really didn't want any wrinkles this time. If that happened, that would be absolutely.
Colleen says hi.
Hi, Colleen.
Super hi. Yes. Hopefully super chat. That's funny.
Now, hopefully, you know, this has a lot of layers on it. I hope that I am getting that last layer we put on there, really push it down in there. Push it. That's why I do that. Alright, let's check it out. Let's see. Ah, yeah. And remember we had some Mucky Muck on there from prior. I like that.
Yeah.
I would like this middle to be a little bit brighter, but there really wasn't anything I could do about that after I did that. It was a done deal. All right, we'll set that aside. And we'll get back to that print. I wanted to show you this one. This was okay, isn't this a lot of absolutely yummy stuff? Okay.
It is a lot.
A lot. I don't have a piece of paper that's big enough to cover the whole thing.
You can break it up.
Here's my plan. I've never had this. I've never had it work successfully. I've tried it before, but it just it didn't work. I'm going to take 2 pieces of the tissue paper, and I'm going to put them down so that they're overlapping, and pull it like that. And see, I can almost get everything in if I do it like that. That might probably be about my best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than mess around with that other. All right. So, we want something extremely, and I think I'm going to just go with old Lucas Krill. Maybe I should just go ahead and use my beige.
Oh, the tennis tournament went well. I did well. It's really hot to play though. It's like over 100 degrees. It's crazy.
Yes, I would think so.
Oh gosh. My last match was like around 3 and that was really hot. Don't recommend playing in that weather.
Alright, using lots of paint here. I don't want to run out like I did on the yellow. Because that's not a good thing.
I think Penka was there.
Oh yes, and somebody has a birthday today.
Yeah. I'm checking. I think she did say hi, but I don't know if she stayed. Maybe, I can't remember. Well, if you are here, say hello in the chat. Happy birthday. I saw the cake that
the
Susan
flower
Dufresne
cake. Wasn't that beautiful?
It's really pretty. It looks like real. Like I thought it was real when I first saw it.
You don't think it is real?
Oh, that's real? Like that's edible?
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe the inside is. I can't tell.
Alright, I think that's about as good as we can get here.
Fran asked how you created that orange and green perspective on the frog image.
Well, Fran, let me tell you, I've got the colors out here. Let me go ahead and get this down. What happened to my tissue? I don't know what happened to my tissue.
Oh, Penka's here. Happy birthday. Oh, wow. Looks off.
Well, we're going to have a bit of, but I don't think it's going to be unwanted. The crackling that we've got going on here. I'm just happy that I got that down. Yes, I did. Okay, so I'm turning this over. That's all right. I had the colors out here that I wanted to show you. That's what I had them out here for. Okay, this is this color. And then I did this, and this, and then this.
Wow. Did you just roll them like 2 at the
Well,
same time?
I used my great big roller.
Oh, wow. Dang. That thing is huge. And you can see it's still
You
kind of...
can still see it.
It looks, yeah.
You can still see the
Wow.
ombre-ing on it. I just
Yeah.
did that this morning.
Literally, it's
And,
like it kind of looks like a mango, because you know how a mango has many different colors on it.
It does.
Like if it was like a wrapped, that would look like a mango for sure. Like a ripe
That is a really, and I love mangoes.
with the little green that's created on it.
Oh, if I put a little lime green in there, oh yeah. And it does have a little bit of gooey green over here on the edges. unintentional to be sure. But yes, so
It's very
this is
much
always a
mango.
good color to use with orange. See, I just think those, they just really work well together. Then this one is half and half. This is extremely transparent. I use that over here on this edge, and I'm so hoping that edge, I just love that edge. Is that the one I got the paper down? I hope I did.
That's just like,
Yes.
that's just left from other prints, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that edge. So we will let that do a bit of rendering, and I will put those away now that I showed you what colors I used on that. But I wanted them transparent because I really wanted the,
Oh.
remember this is from my shadow technique that I did on Sunday, right?
I wasn't.
You weren't here. No, I think it was.
I think it was.
I'm pretty sure.
I can go and look.
I don't know. I'm glad I got that edge though. All right, well that was fun. Let's
really like
see here. Go ahead and put these away because I don't have room to be mucking about here. I want that. Kind of try to keep my yellows and oranges all together, but you know, I don't obsess and compulse about that. So, I had such good luck with my Franken-stencil that I had going the other day. Don't love it. I hope you loved it.
I really like that one.
So I kept this out because I was looking at this and thinking about, you know, I've got some prints back here.
Oh, the one with the where you combine the frog and the and like it's falling in. They're wondering what the colors are on those. What colors you used?
Oh, the colors. Oh, well, I just put them away.
Sorry, I just saw it. Paula.
Listen, I do understand that is so hard because, all right, so I'm thinking, I know it was this one,
She used a whole bunch. Yeah.
and where's my really, that's my really transparent. So what did I do with my other little dude here? Ah,
Yes, the freaking stenciling does look really good.
here and here. Okay, so that's what I used. I used the permanent red violet. There it is. And you can see, you can make it less opaque or you can make it more transparent just on how you put it on there. Then this is the Amsterdam 311. And this is 567. This is an absolutely, if you don't have this color, you really need it because it makes a really beautiful lavender. And it works really well with blues to make a red violet. I like it a lot. I like this orange. It's half and half, 311.
Oh, thank you. Guys.
This is Lucas Krill, and I'm sorry that it's all mucked up here. You can't even read it anymore. But you can see it's very transparent. And this is Amarillo Indio, Indian yellow. And then this one, completely transparent. I don't know if this is the one I used or not. Might have been this one. I don't know. But you can see they're almost exactly the same. And they're both super transparent. So either would work.
Thank you. Yeah. Eddie put it in chat. 4624. I'm ready to go. Thank you.
Just don't know. I didn't. Okay, those are the colors that I used to get that wonderful, wonderfulness going on there. Okay, I'm going to put these. If I can find all those. Put this one back over here with his friends. Okay. Now, what I did, and you know I do this all the time. This is a stencil that Brad made for me to simulate veining and using the gold.
Like actual gold.
You know, to make, if you were to look at a rock and it had these
like gold
inclusions
veins in
of,
it,
yeah. But this was what this was all about. And you can see there's a couple places where I went ahead and taped it with my tape together because it was just too floppy. But I want to try a little bit of that on the plate and then pull it using some of my prints that I already have back here. Which, what in the world did I do with those?
Yeah, we're on summer break. Colleen,
all right, let me get my stuff back over here and maybe that'll, because I do want to talk about my box project today also.
Yes, the boxes.
Well, maybe I should just go ahead and do that right now, because see, that's where we're going with all of these prints, is the boxes. The boxes in the boxes. The boxes in the boxes are creating little drawers. Okay? Okay, can you, is it in in frame? Everything's in frame?
Move it over a little more. No, other. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You found all the boxes. I'm so excited.
Well, I did, and I didn't. All right,
okay.
I wanted to be able to use the hydrogen peroxide, but it's too fat. And the reason
really?
it goes in right now. But remember, we're going to be adding that layer of paper mache. So that's not going to work.
Oh, wow.
All right, so I found this little guy, and it's already been done. And you can see it's this box right here. And this will work. I mean, it goes in there just fine. It's a little short. But I've even got some ideas about what to do around the top to make that.
Wow.
And it's really funny because these are none of these little pockets. It's a homemade box, so none of them are exactly
The same.
Exactly the
That's
same.
okay.
They're very close, but yeah. All right, now I'm going to give you the benefit of on how to do this, and you know, I'm sure that there are people who naturally have the ability to figure out measurements and things, like Carrie. He's very good at this.
That's what Apple will do, just so.
Yes. Okay. Now I do need to measure. All right. So we're going to do this one, and I've got my trusty T-square here. My trusty T-square, and I can put it right on the edge there. But I'm I have to take that into account. So what I did here is, you can see my little arrow here. That's my, and I think it's pretty spot on for this one. I went through and hit all of them, and I tried to get it kind of, okay, see where that black arrow is? Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do here. But that's how I got it. I held it right on the edge here with my fingers on the inside of my T-square. And then I looked at it up above there, and I wanted to leave a little bit of an edge there. Not too much, but some. Okay, so we're going to put that away. Now that's one of the advantages to this one. I mean, it's already, all I have to do is cut off these parts and give it a bit of a tape job. Tape the bottom and the top, and then I've got it. And I really, you know, I don't dislike it, and it's quite sturdy. You can see a little wonky on the Carrie's problem. We'll just put that beside to the back, and nobody will ever see it. Okay, here we go. Milk carton.
Three-eyed Eddie. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, our schools have been.
Don't use your blue permanent marker. Remember, it comes through.
What do you have to use? Black?
Well, you just use one that's indelible and never comes off.
Oh gosh.
So then you just, you know, the T-square is a really marvelous little tool.
It is.
Because then you just have to go around and you just hit each one of those.
Yeah, we used those a lot in tech theater when we were making this, or like looking at sets and like drawing stuff.
And then you just, you know, match it up all the way around.
Yeah. And doubles, probably.
And kind of account for the thickness of your marker. Boy, look at that. I mean, you know. Yeah, see?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a little bit off.
Gosh.
That's probably what happened to that other one.
Those, yeah, you need like a little thing to keep it propped.
Well, I should be measuring them all from the bottom and, you know, making a little line and whatnot, but I'm just being lazy. And, you know, it's good enough for the...
You just eyeball it.
It's just, you know, most of it you're just not going to care about that anyway, and there isn't any sense in obsessing and compulsing about that sort of thing.
Yeah,
God knows. Okay, I just start out with a little cut here. You can do this with the X-Acto knife. Oh, another thing, make sure you rinse these out with soap and water. Because I had one once that was back over yonder here, and
oh gosh,
it was
that's
smelled
nasty.
It smelled kind of bad.
Oh gosh. Oh, Miriam says to tell you that you can use the other part to reinforce it.
I can use this part too.
Yeah, like combine them together.
Well, you know, I could, but the problem is it's too short.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Thought about that too. And if I cut it off a little more evenly, but you know, even if I did, it's still going to be, yeah. I just didn't feel like messing with that, Miriam. And I realized I could do that. You are absolutely 100% right about that.
Hello, Betsy.
If Mariah were here, I would have her do this cutting. And she's probably, you know that she's watching this.
She is. She
and going,
was.
oh my God, I can't believe it.
Oh gosh.
That's just.
Oh gosh. No, she left.
She did?
She left. She's not here anymore.
Oh.
We're all alone.
There we go. And we've got this one. Now, I am not going to bore you to tears doing this on, I don't feel that mean. Actually. So, that's how you cut out your
I
milk
can do
part.
the cutting. Do you want me to do the cutting?
No, because I want to talk about the next part. And I'll do the cutting later. But now I'm down to, I only need one more box. And I think I have some more of these. So I might have to use these. And I do have one creamer in the refrigerator that should be done in the next couple of days. So we'll have ample, whatever. I want to talk real quickly. I know I probably said this before. These are really wonderful. And they paper mache like a dream. I was really upset that it wasn't going to work for that. But, oh well.
Yeah.
Just is what it is. And I'm trying to find my papers that I did that just drives me crazy when I do this kind of stuff. What did I do? I mean, I just had them here.
Can't
I
lose
might have to
some.
make some more. I want to talk about the paper that you use for your paper mache, though.
Okay.
Now this was from another project. I do still have my chickens.
Chickens.
Chickens. I don't think the chickens are going to work for the box. Just, oh, here they are on the bottom. See, when I start putting things away, that's when I get in trouble every single time. All right, now this is one of the little boxes that I made from a box that had, oh gosh, I don't know, some kind of round thing in here. It might have been yogurt. I don't know. But anyway, it's just a plain box. So, on the material that you want to use for your initial of the paper mache, you don't want it too terribly stiff.
No.
But you don't want it really, 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 really flimsy either. It's nice in between. And I don't know what kind of paper this is. I think it came out of shoe boxes. My husband wears a size 15 shoe, so there's a lot of paper that comes in every one of his
For real?
shoe boxes. And it's a lovely weight of paper.
Big foot.
When you get ready to do this, you want to use your half and half mix. You want to use a brush that's pretty stiff. Has, you know, good spring to it. The softy, lovely little, you know, these little brushes, they don't work worth a flip. This does not work worth a flip. It's still wet. Great watercolor brush, not so much for, because you're going to kind of beat that paper into place. Very, very important. Do you have to do a layer of masking tape underneath it? Only if you want to. I did on this one simply because I needed to get the bottom to be flush with the sides. So I did go ahead and use the masking tape to masking tape that off and make sure that that was very flat and flat and sturdy.
Better?
Flat and sturdy with the sides, you know, meets up to the sides. There's not a big gap or something there, because you don't want that. That doesn't look good in it. It's not going to help you in your final project. Okay. All right. Anything else there? Questions while I'm putting this stuff away?
Oh, they think that is funny. The size 15.
Oh, man's shoes. Yeah.
Very big.
Yeah. Lots of paper.
So,
Okay. Now, I have decided on this that really I need to be using my big plate, because if I look at this and I go look across this box, let me just grab it,
it's a great
put this down like this. I thought it might be kind of cool if, you know, I had one paper that went all the way across and covered one side. Then turn them all and have the others be another one. I thought that might be kind of cool. Now, I don't know if I'll stick with that or not. You know, if I get bored doing that, I'll probably not do that. But that was my thought. This is not, the 8x10 is not big enough to do that. But that's okay. I think I could do enough of one, or maybe do every other one, so you kind of have this effect of a tic-tac-toe, you know. Like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Create kind of a, you know.
like opposite.
Yes. A little bit of movement within your drawer space.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, underneath this is, I was trying to find one where you can see more of it. Well, let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like underneath that. I know you can't really tell because I covered it up with a whole bunch of other stuff. But lots of movement, you know, a little bit, a little bit jaggedy, kind of a little bit edgy, scary maybe, you know, sharp edges, glass, whatnot. Here it is, that you can see it a lot better. Just did it plain, flat. But that's what's underneath this one.
Kind of got a little blood and water going on.
And this is just
Checkerboard.
yeah, that's what it looks
That's
like.
nice.
So then this is the one that I went ahead and cut off the outside part, because remember this was all squared off, and I don't like that for the shadow technique, because it leaves that edge and you can see it. And that's also why I cut off this. So that's my reasoning for that. It isn't because I don't like the stencil. It's because for what I want to do with it, I need to have that outside edge be as organically indicative of the insides as possible. And you know, I really enjoyed this, cutting this out. Can you see some of those? I mean, you know, I got really like crazy cool designs going on there on that outside part. And I really, you know, I took my clues from the inside. And you can do this absolutely to any stencil that you want to do.
I did like that one.
Yeah.
It looks like, it just looks like it could be so many things. Like
Okay, like what?
in one corner it looks like a horse, kind of.
Oh, up here,
And
yeah.
then other people have said it looked like dragons.
Yes.
I think it also
It
could look
has
like
a lot. It
islands.
has a lot of possibilities, and I think that's what makes it sort of interesting to me, anyway. All right, I'm going to put those aside because we're not. I've already done that on these, and if we get finished today and I have some extra time, I will go ahead and do some shadow techniques using this one. But right now, I want to show you what the next stage is on this. And I'm going to have to move this stuff because I'm going to be putting these stencils over here.
Yeah, y'all see that too.
Okay, boxes got to go.
Okay,
And I really thought about a lot of different ones for this. But the reason I'm going with this is because, number one, I like the lines in this. And I think it breaks up the square ones very, very nicely. I was going to use Friends, but can you see why? See the difference here? This, I think, might be another layer later on. I don't know. But you can see what happens there with those and how I picked this particular one to do this on. Now, I'm going to have to be very disciplined here and not go, you know, crazy into something else altogether. Okay. This has a bit of stuff on it, but that's not going to bother us for what we're doing. So we want to put this down. Do we want to put this down, or do I want to put down my thing first? Well, you know, you get more bang for your buck when you go ahead and put down your stencil after you have your paint on there, because then you've got one that you pull off, and then the one that you pull off.
The two, yeah,
you
the
get
double.
two instead of, you know, the one. All right, so let's talk about colors here.
Enjoy the cruise.
Okay, what are people saying?
Oh, they're just saying bye to Mariah. She's getting laggy boat Wi-Fi.
All right, I think I want red. I just think red is going to be good. Try to get it. I don't want to be
They're asking if that last stencil is a Franken stencil because they want it to get duplicated.
What is that?
Your last stencil? Is it a Franken stencil?
This one?
Yeah.
No.
Or, I don't know.
This is not a Franken stencil. This is one in the shop. This
I
is
think it's the,
Aqueous Effervescence.
one of those other ones that they're talking about.
Oh, that I've already thrown down over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need
The
to
veiny ones.
Yeah, and remember we do have these papers too, which I may use them today.
Yeah.
Remember some of these are not finished, but we shall determine that later.
I saw Carrie, he
I'm trying
made
to
some.
uncover the stencils. Watch it.
Oh, okay. I saw Carrie, he made
Okay,
some.
they know this one. This is Peas in a Pod by Carrie, I think.
Yeah.
And I just cut out around the edge of it. This is taken from the innards from the Dream Writing by Froyle. This one, I don't know what it's called. But Brad made it for me a long time ago, and you can see I've used it with gold a lot. Just stenciling on there. And again, I cut out around the edge on that. So it's sort of a Franken stencil. And I just went ahead and added these little bits in here because it was too floppy.
Oh, just
and it might be
like
actually
washi tape?
where it tore. because I was getting kind of rough with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Darcy's linking a similar styled one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the last one that Brad made. They want that one to be made for sale.
It is.
It is?
I think.
Is it the cracked marble?
No, it's not. It's not made for sale with the outside like that. But you know, we can talk to him and see. I'll go ahead right now. Here's what I'll do.
Yep.
I will make a black. I will do a black thing here because he always says, you know, can you make it black? Yeah, I can make it black.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. We can do black.
Michelle asked, "What is your paper mache mixture?"
I just use, and you know, I found this.
I love paper mache.
Elmer's Glue All, multi-purpose glue, and this is the extra strong formula.
Extra strong.
I put enough water in it that it's almost a little thicker than half and half, but not as thick as heavy cream. I know that sounds oddly specific, but
I was like, you got it like dead center in the middle of the spectrum.
You will figure it out. If it gets too thick, it really interferes with your, you know, you can't get a smooth thing there, and it doesn't, your paper doesn't absorb. All right, we're going to make this into a, and I think really, you know, I say this, and I don't know why I would say this, but I think once it gets on there and it's all that black color and they can do a photo of it, it will be fairly easy to replicate.
The black's gonna be nice. Oh, wow.
When you are doing your Franken stencils, make sure that you, when you first start off with them, remember those taped areas that you have, they are prone to come loose. So you want to get enough layers of paint on them that you covered up that tape. And then, I mean, they are just as good as the Yupo, as far as, you know, being able to, I'm trying to keep my
area clear.
Area clean here, and I'm catching on this one bracelet.
Oh gosh. Oh. Oh wow. Dang.
Yay. All right, well, let's go ahead and pull this because
one of those in the middle looks just like Italy.
The boot.
Like a boot. Oh yeah.
I'm putting together, and I know Mariah said she was going to do the same thing because I watched Patty Tolly Perry. She was doing, she's making books for all of us for our retreat. And I thought that was very cool. And then I thought, well, that'll be great. I will have that book to use if I so desire. And then I really want to make my own using all of my, you know, kind of like Carrie and did for the hop. Somebody else did it, where they just were, you know, using, and they put together their book, and it just kind of, you know, all went together, and
oh
yeah.
Gosh, it's gonna make it like a smoky effect.
But I've just taken a lot of my brayer offs and folded them, and you know, started making. Oh,
There's
let
like
go
cement.
there.
There's like wet cement. I don't know what that looks like. Just look. Oh. Are you gonna do it all different places?
Yeah, this is what I was doing the other day to get that underneath thing going. Now, hopefully I'm not off too much here. As far as, you know, I really do. I want to stay very focused. I want to show you what I'm going to do with these prints to make them come into line. And, you know, part of what I'm talking about, oh, this is lovely.
Oh, wow, the texture did show. It's really nice.
You couldn't really see it when it was down on the thing. But
No.
I don't know what that is.
Wow. I'll see
There's
that.
some little weird occlusion there, but yeah, I think that's interesting. Okay, we'll put that aside. I want to talk about this for just a moment.
She is on fire.
All right, so you think about the little my little drawers, right? And the size of my little drawers. The reason I don't like this is because I think it's too big. I think it's clunky, and I think it's not going to look good. It's not going to repeat the pattern enough, and it's going to be awkward. So, to that extent, we are going to go with our aqueous effervescence. Straight on lines. Now remember, some of these have the ones that are, some of it's blocked out, right? Everybody remembers that? But we're not going to use that one. We're going to use this one. And remember, I wanted to go with red. This is kind of a dark red. And by the way, I did see that little tool device that Golden makes, so that, and I what do you call it? I tagged Mariah in the comment and said, I need one of those.
You added her? Yeah.
I commented.
Yeah, like at, like.
And I highlighted her name.
Yeah.
So it will tell her, right? She will see it. Well, that was my thought.
If you do the at symbol, and then it's her profile.
Well, I just did her name. So that doesn't count. Well, I guess I'll just have to tell her. Can you write that on a sticky note over there? I need one of those things. They certainly, I think. Here's the thing, though. One of the reasons I can still find my pliers is because they're very large, and you know, I can't not see them.
That's no. What you're saying is right. You know, you just have to remember to you have to do the little at symbol. Like, this. Yes, they're saying your face was funny. It was very expressive. No, you just have. You have to remember to at.
Add it?
I
didn't think I had to do
see.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very confusing. But
I think it's horribly confusing.
honestly, you might have done it like right. I don't know.
Well, usually when I do something like that, it's an accident.
Oh, like
I mean,
some random person.
But it's worked before, I think, when I do that.
I saw the Instagram ones I was tagged in. I really like those Instagram polls. With the frogs.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we did a bunch of those.
Yeah, I did see. I mean, I was there. We all saw the behind the scenes.
Okay. I keep losing my paper towel here.
Oh, I know. You know.
Now, the reason I'm really pushing on this, and I'm not being nice about it, I am really getting down in there. And even through the paper towel, I can kind of feel where my stencil is. Because I want this to cover up a lot of it. I don't want it to just be a sort of kind of thing.
Oh, wow. Okay, look at this.
And I learned this from Fran. She picks it up on one side. She goes to the other side and looks at the other side. Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm talking about. Look at how cool that looks.
That comes together perfectly.
Doesn't it?
You're showing that paper's who's boss.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
just a sec. Gotta find. Okay, this is a good one. Look.
What size of that aqueous are you using?
What size? What?
What size is that stuff?
8 by 10.
8 by 10. I thought so.
And this is already got about 14 layers on it. It'll be very substantial.
Do you know what purple you used on the frog perspective?
On the what?
The frog perspectives.
Which are we talking about?
Fran was asking about one of the
Oh, on the
ones.
frog
Yes,
perspective
the
one.
frogs.
Oh. Gosh, Fran, in the background.
Yeah, that's an 8x10.
I'll have to bring it back over here and we'll have to look at it. Oh wow, it was so long ago. I think there's definitely some Jenkins in there. Jenkins here.
Yes, yes.
And then one of those yellows that I always use, because you can see where it started to, okay, I'm probably, you know, it drives me crazy when people do that. I'm always
Jenkins.
trying to move my screen down so I can see the rest of it when they don't have it on there. Am I in the screen, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your job to tell me if I'm not. Mariah has no compunction about it at all.
No, I'm watching you.
All right. Don't be shy. So I think the other Jenkins was in there. This is some more of this wonderful stuff. The Red Violet by Amsterdam.
That one's bigger than 8x10, right? That's probably the 9x12.
Oh yeah, this is my 9x12.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one's 9x12.
And if it wasn't that one, it was this one. So it's one or the other of these.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I think maybe, Fran, I did some permanent maroon.
Is this the right one?
Yeah, this is the golden.
Yeah.
Either the permanent maroon or the
Jenkins.
violet oxide.
Well,
But I'm not thinking it's this one because this one is too browny. I think it would be more. The probability would be better that it's this one.
we got 1 hour.
Yeah. I have 1 hour. Thank you. Appreciate you letting me know
Hello to
about
everyone
that.
coming in. We gotta
And here I went over the frog with another of the yellows before I put down anything because I really wanted to bring out that frog. And remember, this stuff was mucky muck that was still on there. So I hope that helps. All right, let's bring our
remember you.
back. We still have a little pink stuff on there. I don't think that's going to be
funny.
Horrible. I'm thinking,
Wow, that one looks good.
I'm just thinking maybe,
You have a lot.
Can
Can you keep adding on to the old ones? Or to
Yeah.
the other ones you just did?
Yeah,
Some of those.
sure. Maybe a little brighter red. Some of this.
I like that one.
Yeah, on that.
Lime
With
green.
the aqueous.
I would like that.
Yeah, I thought about lime green too. And I think I will use the lime green. I've got to find the right lime green though. I don't care for the transparent one so much in doing
wow.
this. I know, murdery, as Mariah would say.
That color is very yummy.
I think it is too. I like this color. I don't like to wear this color, but I like using this red. I think it's very fascinating color.
Gosh.
Okay. Now that's very soupy.
It's like a red MacBook. You know?
Very soupy. We don't care. And I've used this enough. I don't think it has a right or a wrong side anymore. It used to.
It's all about perspective. It's what you want.
But that very heavy paint out there is going to come up and through that stencil nicely.
Okay.
And
No brain.
yeah,
Push the paint.
I'm pushing
Push.
because I really do want that. And I don't even care. In some places I get it. If it totally squishes out, and I don't care. Okay, let's do a peek. Oh, that's lovely. Maybe a bit more here. let's look from this end. Check it out.
Oh, wow.
It's looking good. Look at that. Okay, we'll look at that more in a minute. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one back because I think it's kind of puny. Puny? Y'all understand puny?
Puny. Small.
Yeah, it ain't up to muster.
That's funny. That's what my dad said.
Ain't up to muster.
What does that mean?
Well, that means it's lacking.
It's lacking?
Lacking.
Don't get caught lacking, people.
Don't get caught lacking. Okay. Now see, look what a difference that little bit made. All right, I'm loving that, and we're going to have, oh, we need to get some more off of here. I'm probably going to pull
Not
it
up to
with
snuff.
some more.
I was thinking about that too.
Just a tissue paper because I do want to get some of those lines. I've got another one lined up here.
Get the mustard.
All right, so what am I doing? I'm really getting all of that out in between. So what do I leave behind? I leave behind the lines of the aqueous rather than the positive space of the bubbles. I'm going to get some lines here. And this is really, you know, when you really want to do this and make sure that you're getting it all out of there, grab yourself a piece of plank, because when it's on that pattern tissue, I can't tell what's being pulled. Mm-hmm. It's just a, you know. And I really do want those. And even if I have to put this up, I've got more. And let this dry. Those little bitty ones, can you see those little bitty ones? Always give those a little extra smash. Because they have a tendency not to want to cooperate. Just picking it up and seeing where I've got areas where it's not.
Gotta work it in.
Gotta really, you do.
Get your fingers. Get your fingers out.
Well, you can, but it makes my fingers hurt after a while.
Oh gosh.
All right, we're gonna call it.
Wow.
Now, see, we've got this, which is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Put that aside, and we can do some more on that. Reverse it out, but we've got this.
Oh wow. That is really blood murdery. Someone got stabbed.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh gosh, wow.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna let this dry.
Oh, okay. You got.
But that's not a problem.
You got some other ones?
Because I have others.
Something old people use. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Somebody's.
They're talking about what snuff was.
Oh, up to snuff?
Yeah, snuff. But snuff is like tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew that.
It is, but this is meant in a figurative.
Yeah, it's just the same. Yeah, blood in the water.
Okay. Now, I even really think, I'm just thinking that lime green on this. Even though it's not in our color palette here, we really, you know, this is not going in our wheelhouse of, I'm just looking at the paper and reacting to the paper. Rather than trying to make it into something that I want it to be, I'm honoring what is there. That's how I look at that. And I was reading, comments. I think it was Kim that said she just would get so discouraged because she couldn't make things happen like she wanted them to happen. And absolutely, happens all the time. It happens to me all the time. And you know, it's like butterflies. If you want to catch a butterfly, sit down and be still and wait for them to come to you.
The flowers don't. What was it Kevin Gates said? He said the flowers don't attract the bees. The flowers just being, and then the.
Now the flowers aren't moving about. They're kind of staying in the same spot. And that's how you catch the butterflies. So how you really figure this out is you just keep going. You talk to each page and you let it speak to you. And you will develop a dialogue with this page. And soon enough, and look at, we've got a little red with our lime green. That's all right. That was very juicy red. I had lots of red out there. But look at the mileage I got out of that. We did not waste a single solid, well, maybe a little bit over here, but we know that I use these things, so we're not worried about that. All right, now I have to find
lime green.
my stencil.
That's crazy.
And remember, these are all possibilities because we don't know yet. It's like when I was doing the flower book. Oh, Jesse, I got the flower book out for you. He hasn't seen the finished thing.
I haven't seen the finished one.
When I was deciding backgrounds and how many I actually went through before I, decided a direction. Well, that's where we are right now on this. Because if I'm going to take the time to make this box into something that I want to have and look at from now until the hot place freezes over, and I want to make sure it's right. It's what will make me happy when I look at it.
The nether freezes over.
Well, I don't know if this has enough contrast to really make this work. But it's still very interesting.
Do you have any wise words for pulling dark paint with light colors?
Okay, now say it again.
Any words of wisdom for pulling dark paint with light colors? I think like contrast.
Yeah.
You can
Make sure it's opaque. This is
Opaque.
the time when you really want to make sure the color's opaque. Because if it's not going to show up.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, look at what happened here. Did you all see this? Can you tell me what happened? Why do I have red lines out here when I used lime green?
Because the remnants are coming through. Wow. Look, it's like showing up like in real time. That's crazy.
Well, the reason is because the red on the stencil was still a little wet. So what it did is it came off.
Yeah. Darcy got it.
I know. Isn't that wonderful? Happy accident. We like when that happens. We love when that happens. Okay. Loving that. Loving that. Okay. I'm thinking, I keep pulling this off. 2 at a time instead of 1. Oh, my nose is itching. You're going to kiss a fool.
Okay.
Let's see what we have back here. What colors we've got to cover up. Oh, now here's one that just has that out in the middle. And you can tell what colors are there because I didn't match them up very good. All right, so I'm thinking.
Okay. She elaborated on what she was saying. She said pulling light colors like dried with dark paint.
Light colors that are dried with dark paint.
Yeah. Like dried light colors.
Oh, well,
and
then
add
you
dark.
could use a transparent color. Sure, just make it really dark. The thing is you want to really have, if you want to see your design that you have on there, you want it to be high contrast. If you want it to just be a suggestion, kind of like this, then you would just use a color that was very near.
By Mary.
Yeah.
Hello, Sarah.
All right, now I'm really thinking on this one, I'm going to use white
New Zealand.
with my effervescent. Pardon me. We're going to use the high flow this one. Because I think we're going to get more wispiness and less, it's more transparent. It's not totally transparent, but it's kind of like that white that you use when you want a little bit of your other stuff to show through. Well, this white may be a little bit pink. Red keeps on giving. And there's some kind of mucky muck on that sprayer that's... Alright, I don't want to lollygag around too long on this because this is a high flow and it is not going to stay wet for me too terribly long. Look, you can see the design on the back a lot more than you could on the front.
Yeah. I like that one. It's like a storm. Really. It's like spreading. And that's... Oh, wow.
Looks cool, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just going to grab this one because it's kind of hard sometimes to line these up. Because I know I've got enough out there to give it a bit of a faint white. And hopefully, oh yeah, bubbles. Bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles. And this
Gorgeous.
Work for this. So we're going to let this dry. And then I'll show you.
Oh my goodness. Pull that up to them.
I'll show you about how to pull this with a dark color. Or we could even, I hesitate.
We have 45 minutes.
Oh, good. We're
Nice print, yes. They like that one. That one is nice. Oh, is that one finished?
not finished, but a little bit. There, you know, I'm really hard and heavy with my red there. I've got another. I've got it. No worries. No worries. No worries.
Wait, were you the one who told me about a story of you going to the store with like red paint on you or something? Was that someone else?
I don't think so. Well, it certainly is. I'm not.
Like people kept giving.
I'm
them
not
weird
discounting
looks.
the fact that something like that could have
I think it
happened.
was someone
But
like,
I don't remember us having that conversation. All right, let's look at this.
That's funny.
I really like what's going on here. I want to preserve some of it, but I don't know if...
That stencil is very nice. Oh.
That one's not fine enough.
Yeah, I got to talk.
Let's try this one.
Accessories.
Okay.
There. I should have that.
This is Fran's, I think it's called Sponge. Fran, correct me if I'm not.
You want me to link that one in chat?
I think it's called Sponge, but I'm not sure. But I know it's Fran's stencil because I've used it before. Okay, now the reason I'm doing this is because if you see this, can you imagine that?
Wow. That looks like the gold on the... Looks like coral. Looks like coral a lot.
And I think it's going to look even more so. All right, so what do we want to use on this one? Well, this is kind of a it's kind of hard because you've got this sort of darker value and then you've got the really light value. It doesn't matter. We're going to go with this right here. I think it's going to look really good with that green. And I'm going to put plenty on here so that I don't have to, you know, I want to have it be towards this end here rather than this end down here. That's my thought. And you know what I could do? I could put some white with this because then the white would ensure opacity.
Oh, could you show that paint up to the camera, the one you just did? Put it up into the...
Yeah, this is the 567 Amsterdam Expert. And you can't get this color in the standard. It's the only reason that I spend the money to buy the expert is because the standard isn't the same. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's a reason that they...
Eddie says thanks.
I think there's a reason that they do that.
That's funny.
I'm not totally sure about that, but you know, if it was the same in both, you would just always buy the cheap one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's just like Miriam, cause she said it said that you just made a comment on something right now, but she's like she's like that doesn't make sense because she didn't see you move.
Oh.
The gel printing. That's funny.
Well,
Yeah, maybe
find
it
my
just went
hole
in.
there. Trying to get this so it's not going up on the sides of my
No.
brayer.
Facebook might just be loading it late.
But this may be kind of the same story as our red. But remember how many wonderful things we got out of our red? So I don't, you know, I think fewer mistakes are made putting too much paint on it than not enough. And I'll tell you why. Because if you don't put enough paint out there, it's going to dry up and you're not going to get any kind of a pull. It's what I kind of call, you know, a dry pull. Yeah. Yes, Joshy?
Mm-hmm. Just making sure everything's good.
Okay.
That looks really good. Like a zebra. Got like one of those off zebra prints. Nice. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's like coming in through. It's like one of those like little squish balls with the netting. Sponge skin, yeah. Oh, I gave, did you see Izzy's gift she made for Sarah?
I did not.
Oh.
But she makes things all the time. It's just, it's a hoot.
So
Okay, I love that. I'm just
Oh.
grabbing some things over here.
Oh,
I wasn't
use
in
it
love
all.
with this, so no, if it doesn't work
Add
out,
all
I'm not going to
together.
be all upset about that.
It should look good.
Izzy is so sweet. She makes the funniest things.
Yeah.
But she's getting so that she's really her skill set. She made this little thing that she twirled up into a spiral. She took her green clay and made little spines go all along the little spiral.
Oh, that's so
I don't know what she did with it. She probably destroyed it. And
yeah, that is true. They want to see the prints after you do them.
they want to see what?
They want to see the prints after. Yeah, we'll come back in the end and show them, right?
Oh yeah, we'll go through all the prints.
Yeah.
Not to worry, not to worry.
She's just trying to get them all done quickly. Linda S. says her wish list is getting way too long with this stream. That's funny.
Well,
No, yeah.
isn't that wonderful? Because see, it still shows the other design through the design.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little fried egg right there.
That's funny.
Okay, I'm really, I'm loving those. Now, this one here is just giving me fits. I can't seem to get anything on it that makes me want to love it yet. Okay, well, you know, sometimes you just don't, it just doesn't happen. You don't worry about it. You just go with the ones. Okay, now here is this one, which I do love this one. I love the cloudiness of this one and whatever.
Oh, good.
But it's not working for what I want. So we're going to come in with, let's see here. How about something a little more Powsie Wowsie yellow? Really get that yellow bumped up there. And we've got a little bit on the plate here, which we know that this is going to darken this. And it's going to become a bit more orangey because of what we already have there on the plate. And, you know, very possibly something still on that, obviously. Yes. How about that? And the reason I love this, and I know usually when you go purple and yellow, you create a brown. But for some reason, this is a wonderful.
It just kind of combines.
Isn't it? It's I call them sunset colors.
It does. Oh, yeah, that's a good way.
You know, it's that
Sunrise.
that color that you see every now
Like
and
behind the clouds.
behind the clouds. Okay, well, we got to
This is
start this
really
one
pretty,
first.
yeah.
I'm getting out of
Oh, wow. Blood orange. The contrast. That's going to look really nice. That's the blue and the orange. It's going to look like across the lake. You know, it's glinting off the water.
Oh, yes. Maybe somebody, the wind is blowing and creating those little ripples.
So many different things. Oh, hello, Lisa.
And remember, the areas where the little guys are, you have to really push it. Push it mucho, mucho duro. ¿Está correcto?
Correcto is
Correcto.
correct.
That's some Tex-Mex.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I think that
I
yellow
like
does-
that a
It
lot.
gives it that bling factor.
It does. I love that. All right, I'm going to just grab something here. I don't know if this one's going to benefit from any more yellow, but it can't.
I like the back of that one. It kind of looks like.
You know, sometimes I do just go with the back.
It kind of looks
When
like
we
an
were doing
old-
that on some of those backgrounds on the ones I used for the, we ended up using the back instead of the front.
It didn't turn out bad.
Well, I think it's getting there. It's very optical. Ooh, it's like, it's blurry. Right? Is that the impression that you
That
get?
looks really good.
Yeah. Okay, now where are we here? That's got some good stuff on there. Let's let that dry. Let's pick up one of our others that we've got over here. The red. Oh, I know what I want to do. We were talking about how to pull with a dark color your light color, right? Somebody wanted to know about that?
I think that was Miss Kathy.
Well, we could use the black tissue paper, but you know how I feel about that.
Oh,
And
yeah, you
it
don't like
tears
that,
so
right.
easily that it's just,
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's really irritating. I don't like it. We could go with blue. That would be a very safe one. I'm looking at some of my cheaper paint up here. I do love this color here. This is Mermaid Parade.
Thank you.
It's a nice color, and it's very water. We could do some ombre here.
Oh, look good.
Just trying to find some other dark colors here.
Wow.
Okay, well let's
Indigo. Graphite.
go with this. Yeah, indigo would always be a choice. I've got all my stuff up here, my little
Oh yeah, that one.
dishes up here. Let's do those.
Like the ocean book.
Kinda is. I think Mariah's pretty much finished with that, but you know, you never know.
That rollout sheet is looking really good. The one where you roll it down. They can see it.
Okay, so we're going to ombre this.
Oh gosh.
I need to really shake these because I don't, sometimes I don't use them because I have to deal with the stuff up there on the top of the thing, and it wants to fall off. And probably the most contrast is with this dark blue that we've got going there. But I think you'll be able to see. I really hate to get rid of that lovely ombre, isn't that?
I really like that one.
Oh yeah, but this one's going to be beautiful too. I've got a bubble mark out there in the middle. Y'all all notice that?
Oh my
Where
goodness, that looks so good.
Doesn't.
Oh. It's hard to
Well,
see now.
actually, what's going to happen there is, you remember, you're seeing.
It's like Costco run, Wendy. Yeah, get the big one.
Sometimes you can do that and get away with it. I don't know if I did or not, if I just made it worse.
Oh gosh. Martha's husband just got admitted to the ICU. Oh, damn. Oh. Hope he feels better, Martha.
Yeah, look, keep us updated. I told Van, the last time Mariah went on a cruise, Van ended up in the hospital with, because of the esophageal thing, got choked the night before they left, and then we had to go to the emergency room the next day. Okay, now can you see it?
That looks like, wow, that just looks really good with the white. That was smart. It looks
And
like
you can
seashells.
see where your contrast is the most. Over here, where it's the value range between the two is less. Over here, this is kind of your medium, dark, light.
By Carrie.
Bye, Carrie.
Thank you.
Ooh, this is a really nice.
That looks really nice. Wow, now the roller looks really cool.
Well, and I've got to get
Switch
this.
from the
I've got to
warm
get
colors
this.
to the cool. Hot to cold.
Off of here. Just want to straighten it out because I don't want it to have those little
Blobs.
striations.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at that. It does look cool.
it does. Looks tasty. Looks
Yeah.
yummy.
Okay. Well, now we're going to let this dry, I think. Yeah. I could pull it, but it's wet. I used a lot of
Wet.
It's wet.
Wet like water.
Now, let's talk about this. What are we going to do?
What could you do with that one?
Well, we haven't done any metallics at all today.
Is metallics the move, people?
Pardon?
Is
Metallics?
the
Oh,
go?
and I know what else I've got to do. I've got to do pencil work on my frogs and show them something really important, Joshua. You were supposed to help me remember
Was I
that.
supposed to help
You were supposed to help
Was
me
I?
remember. I may have forgotten to tell you. But you're supposed to know these
Okay,
things.
bye, Fran.
Bye, Fran.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
what do you think? What do you think?
The green looks good.
Now, this is not going to be...
They said gold.
You know what? I could do this on the inside of my boxes where you don't even see it except when you pull it out. It could be one of those things that, that the surprise factor. You pull it out and it's like, whoa!
Wow. That's crazy.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Food for thought.
Now, see, I've got that little,
That's
that
what
little
I
thing
need.
right there? I don't know if that's worth messing with, but
Oops. Wendy agent.
I like this Pebeo stuff a lot. And we learned about this from Patty Tulloch Parrish.
Oh, yeah.
Patty, I don't think she showed up today. I'm worried about her and her cough.
Oh, gosh.
My God, she had a bad one. And I don't think she's drinking enough. That's what I think.
Not enough, was it Lovebird?
Ladybird.
Ladybird.
Ladybird Johnson, yeah. I'm gonna
So-
take. I'm bringing some of that with me.
Oh, to the
To-
Baltimore?
Yeah.
What is that? Those are really gonna pop off against each other.
Yeah. That'll light up your fire. All right, what do we got here?
What is our light?
Well, we've done all of our. Let's look at them and see which ones we might need to do something else.
Oh yeah.
To. Okay.
She's gonna show up.
And
the
let's
prints
see here. I don't think that one's doing this. I can pull.
Oh, it's coming off brown. Yes, some bling. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry Fran left. Oh, well, she can see it on the rerun.
Yeah,
Y'all
she did
tell
leave
her.
too soon. Oh my. Oh, is it okay? She's gonna get it. Cause go pee. Your pee. Okay.
See, this it's one of those places where it had some other stuff on there. We did it. We did it.
Right. Am I hungry? No. Wow, you pulled that off. It's kind of weird seeing it not attached to a jump plate. It really is.
It does look different.
And
You
exhale.
can't always tell.
Wowzers is right. Wow, that was good. That was...
I know, and can you see that little frog? That yellow that I put on there by himself. Okay, now this is really segueing into what I wanted to talk
That
about.
was good. I was scared on that.
All right, what time is it?
37. 4:37.
4:37, so I've got time.
25 minutes. They all love that.
That was a good one, wasn't
That
it?
one was really good.
All right, now,
Whoa, some electric blues.
if you remember, this was the ghost print from the one that I screwed up.
Oh,
These guys right
it's
here.
the frogs. Which one?
I had
Oh.
enough paint out there to do a perfectly wonderful ghost print with the frogs. Now, so I had them, and I wanted this blue because I was looking at frogs, and there's these wonderful species of frogs in the rainforest of South America that part of their body is this brilliant blue, and then the rest of it is kind of a purpley orange mixed up, but they're the poisonous, yeah. Those colors to tell the other animals, okay, this is poisonous. You don't want to go there.
Yeah,
Okay.
like in Rio.
So what I wanted is I wanted the bottom part of this frog to be that color. So I made it darker. Well, you can see what happened here.
Cut off.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I've already started fixing it.
Poison
And I've
dart
got
flames.
my colored pencils here. And I have my little toilet paper thing here attached with a one of these clips on the cart so that I can have them there without them, being out here. The other thing that I was doing here that I thought was kind of cool was making a bit of a shadow here to make this frog look like he was really climbing up that wall. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Does that show up, Joshua?
Yeah, that one looks nice. That one looks like he's there. Like
Yeah. Up that wall that's got cool stuff on it, huh? All right, so I've got this line here, and I do not like it. It's making me very angry. So what I want to do is I want to come in with my white, and where it's darkest there, I very lightly, okay, the other thing I should tell you, I've already coated these with the Montmartre clear texture paste so that my colored pencils are going to grab that nice little tacky surface there. And sometimes really, see, look at that. All I needed was that little bit of white there to get rid of that line.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're like that transition's better. Just whacking that zoom.
All right, now there's still that, see that line, that white thing there, that white line? So what I'm doing is I'm going to come in with my darker color to blend this one up here out just ever so slightly. So I want to go a little bit with my darker pencil up, just a little, feather it. Is this possible to see this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing it?
Yeah. No, yeah. This.
I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way.
Yeah, and no, that looks really nice. No, it's making a big difference. That looks good.
And I do know that if I mess it up, I can always go over it again with the Montmartre. Is that in the way?
No, I just wanted to look at it. It looks very nice.
I can come back over again with my texture, paste, and hit it again. Now there's just this little blobby thing here. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I did like you're just darkening it up all. Wow.
And I'm kind of going back over this one, which I've already worked on. And even though it's not totally perfect, if you didn't know it was there, it wouldn't be something that you would immediately latch on to.
Mm-hmm.
And just, you know.
Yeah, that looks nice. They want you to put that up into the
Put it up into the technology.
the tech.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like.
Let me just come back a little bit and kind of get this to come up a bit.
It kind of matches with your a little.
Oh, it does. Look at that.
Did y'all notice that? Oh wow.
So now we don't have a line there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a good place?
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, that really makes a difference.
All right, now let's take our... Oh, I don't want that. I really want to get just a tiny little bit of really dark indigo. Indigo and Tuscan are really, really wonderful. They play so well together. If you want a shadow and you want it to be dark, but you don't want it to be black, because black sucks out things. The indigo and the Tuscan red are the way to go.
15 minutes.
Okay, very, very lightly.
It makes it seem like that's like a separate thing.
Just look at that.
It looks like you can like pull it off. Wow.
Yes.
And looking through a camera, it looks like
A little bit there. Now, I'm thinking that the light is shining down pretty much straight on. That there's just, but it could be coming down from above. It could be coming up from the bottom. So you will see a little bit of a shadow on each side. It should be more prominent on one than the one rather than just the other, because that's just kind of the way that goes.
Linda S. says you blowed her mind with all the possibilities with the clear texture paste and the colored pencils.
I am serious. It is absolutely the shiznit. Now the other thing that you can do
It's the
is
shizzle.
come in here where you know that these are little bumpies on the back of the frog, right? So this side and then this side, and then this side. You can go around these and make those look like they really have depth. Then the next thing you can do is come out in the middle of it and give it just a little a little whoop, 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 whoop.
Thank you for
Izzy's
those.
big into.
She likes sound effects.
She likes sound effects.
Wow. Those shadows, yeah. They're saying they like the shadows.
Yeah. And you know, you can play with that as much as you want to. It's just fun. And it should be fun. You know, don't make it work. Okay. That's that. I colored pencil thing here. Now the other thing that I really did want to do here on these froggies is make that blue. And I have, that's a good one.
Yeah, the
Okay,
pencil work does bring them alive.
All right, can you see? These two are very similar, but
Yeah,
this
both
is
of them.
still much brighter.
Yeah.
Can you see that? And this green here, it's
I like
a
the
deceptive.
green.
The green is a
No,
deceptive
because
color.
did you see the lead and then the wax on the outside is different. Like that, like the tip of it looks way brighter than the color of it on the outside.
Oh, of the
Yeah.
the pencil. Oh, you can't ever tell the paint color of pencils.
I
Yeah.
know. Well,
I don't
I've
know.
tried to do that and it's messed me up a bunch of times.
Yes, it certainly has. I don't want to get too carried away with this, but you know, we need a little nod to the green here on our little frogs anyway. So some of these places where it's a little bit more white than other places, I'm just coming in there. Can you see that? Just like maybe the sun is shining on his back there. And then this other brighter turquoise.
Because putting it in the white space doesn't make it like fight with the blue.
Yeah. I'm not getting carried away with it. I'm not making it jump out at me like a frog leaping out of the hot water, but just a little bit. If it's too dark there and I want to get more of that, I can take my white, I can come in and just very delicately hit that with a little bit of, then I can come back in with my lighter colors. And I'm hoping my husband's putting those potatoes in the oven. Okay.
Oh, Linda S. is asking what type of pencil sharpener that is that gives you such a long leg.
Oh, listen.
'Cause that is
this
good.
pencil sharpener
Oh,
is, and
gosh.
I don't know if I can get it over to show you, but I've had in my lifetime many pencil sharpeners.
Oh, yeah, those ones are always good.
Matte. Now, I think it's kind of expensive, but they're all expensive anymore.
Yeah.
Even the bad ones
Cheap
are
ones,
expensive. Even the crappy ones. They're not cheap. Even the crappy ones. But I'm here to tell you, and here's what's lovely about this.
Look how much storage
See this
space
thing here? I've
Is
got
that
it up.
just-
Yeah, I don't know which one it is. But anyway, you can get your point as sharp as you want to get it. And isn't that a wonderful?
That is so good. That is smart.
It's so easy to empty. Of course, I save my pencil sharpener savings. You never know when you're gonna,
Wait,
need
what do
those.
What do you use those for?
Texture paste.
Oh, like you add them with,
Add them in with like.
and it gives it
this
texture.
stuff. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I never knew you could do that.
Yeah, well-
and that one's perfect since that one's got big storage.
It has big storage,
Wow.
and I don't have to constantly empty
Yeah,
it.
'cause
Where the
I'm
other one that
all-
I have had this little bitty box that was about this big,
compartment, yeah.
and it needed to be emptied all the time. And the other thing is I can see it. When it's pushed in those little boxes, you just kind of guess it. Well, I knew, you know, when my pencil wasn't sharpening very well, it was probably time to change the
blade.
The blade. This has, you can get replacement blades for this, so
Violin. You don't gotta completely
as
get
much,
a new one.
you don't have to buy a completely new
Yeah.
sharpener. This little part comes off here, but you can see how nicely, see that little rubber thing there? That's what holds your pencil very much into it locks it in, because that wiggle wobble, that's what breaks your pencil point off. But then it, you know, it's very sturdy. And it's very easy to put back together. I can dump out my pencil sharpener shavings. It's got little hoodie doos on the bottom that keeps it from scooting. See that? I mean, you know, the people that designed this really, you know, I feel like that they were probably artists, and they told some engineer what exactly it was that they needed.
Yeah, they definitely got some.
But if
Practical
you are
feedback.
looking for a pencil sharpener, you don't have one, or the one you have is like on its last gasping breath, which I understand that. I went through a lot of pencil sharpeners teaching because
yeah,
I didn't. The old cranky type
Yeah.
pencil sharpeners, well, number one, they drove me crazy because the kids stand there for 15 minutes doing that. And, you know, you would just
The hand
be ready to
cranks,
pull
yeah.
your hair out.
We still have some old ones.
I would have the electric pencil sharpener on the end of my desk, and I would be looking at them when they were sharpening their pencil. Because Izzy sits there and holds it in there for 15 minutes. Yeah, kind of stuff. And so, yeah. When she was little, she liked to sharpen pencils. And I used to give her the old crappy ones and keep her busy for quite a while. Okay, now, I'm very happy about this. I think I can come in and just give it a bit more, you know, really kind of pull out that shadowy part right there. Make that frog climb that wall. And these guys, I'm really thinking about cutting them out, and I found some more. I think they will look, you know, it will be nice, funny to have these guys as tags. And then these guys, because they were the first ones.
You can do like
That's
them
where I
on
got the
opposite
imprint.
sides.
Yeah, because you can tell it's the same color. That terracotta color. I love that color. But I've got these frogs and then these frogs. Alrighty, now where are we? Let's go through all the prints because I know I went through them really fast and I didn't allow you to see
Yeah.
them.
It's
And I really, that drives me crazy when people do
We got
that.
8 minutes left. So we
I
got
think I can do it.
Yeah, we got
I think I can do it. Alright, well we did this one. Remember this one?
It does look like the other ones.
I
like this one. They said this one looks like the surface of the moon.
It does craters and whatnot.
She's
Yes.
mooning, y'all. She's mooning, y'all.
I'm mooning. All right, now I'm not sure that I love this, but I will.
That looks like kind of. I don't even
I
know.
really need to make it. Yeah, it is kind of poopy, isn't it?
You need another like really bold one.
I need a bold color on there, don't I?
Are you in Egypt?
I love this. It's very soft.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot. Oops, these are sticking together. I love this.
That one looks.
I really think this looks so cool. All those different layers on there, you can see them, but you can't really. It's more of an impression. This one you can see.
Fishing net. Oh wow. Those green circles just pop off.
I know. And then this one.
I really like that one.
I do too. This was nice and crisp, and that is the other thing about that paint that I used. It's very finely pigmented. I think this would benefit from a layer of, say, maybe this,
That's like the special purple.
or with
The special. I like those purples.
stone nickel ace called.
Quinac. Put that one up in that camera. Let me read that. Quinac wrote
Yes.
down. Wow.
And Melissa, I've got your packet all ready to go. I just have to wait for Mariah to get here. Oh, well, I'll put that one in last.
Oh, let me see
I think this might need one more layer.
that. That one does look good.
I know, I do like it, but I think it would be more better.
More better. I like
More
that
better.
one. It kind of looks like a cheetah print or something. Like that.
This one?
That one looks like animal print.
Oh, yeah, it kind of does.
Looks like a...
It's some more of that urban camo.
Yeah.
I love this. And, you know, I'm just looking at this turquoise here.
Yeah.
I really think this would benefit from a layer of turquoise.
Lynn is asking if you will at least paper mache one box start to finish in the next stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will have one ready to go. Well, actually, I have one over there. It's already ready to go. But starting doing it, the first layer will do. I just didn't know how interesting that was going to be, and it might not be for everyone, but I do think that that beginning layer,
Wow.
that's what makes or breaks it. That's creating your surface. And if you have that nice and smooth like you want it, and the other thing is you can use the copy paper. But what works best, and the reason I've been doing these on tissue paper, way easier to use the tissue paper for the covering the surfaces than the other.
Mariah
stuff.
said that one turned out great. She joined chat for the end.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
This one. Yeah, look at it.
That one
Finally, I got that off there,
And
and I'm telling you what, I can let Joshy feel it.
here, let me get it on.
Feel how many layers.
Oh gosh. Oh wow.
You can really
It
tell.
feels different, like from the white parts. This it feels.
Turn it over and look at the back, and you can see.
Oh no.
Oh, is that
just-
my one little thing there? Oh, we'll have to glue it.
Oh, it's not ripped.
It just, the paint came up there. Remember when I went to the other side and pulled from the other side?
Looks good. The other side. The other side looks like a map. I really like that. Feel it through the screen.
It really is. Oh, and here.
It's
we
textured.
We
Crazy.
also,
It's like you can peel it off. Oh, I like that one. There you go.
really high contrast here.
That one's really nice. You got 3 minutes.
I've got 3 minutes. And then we've got, look at that. Mariah, do you see what I did? Is she still there?
Yeah, yeah. I like that one. That one really brings out all the different shapes and stuff.
Isn't it just great? And look, it's got some little places where it's got sticky parts that when I've cleaned it with the, you know, the baby wipe things. See that little, oh, here, I'll hold it
like
up
that
to
one.
technology. The little pieces of fiber there
Yeah.
that caught. Isn't that fun? That's, you know, creates little whiskers. Little whiskers. And
thank
there's
you.
some more of those hither and yon. But I just think that they sort of add to it. But yeah, I took a lot of time when I went around this.
Oh yeah.
And I don't,
Are you gonna do some more with that?
I'm going to do more
That one
with
looks really
with
awesome.
this as far as the shadow technique is concerned. And maybe we will do that on Thursday. Or I could have a lot of these shadow techniques ready to go and just do a quick one to show you how I did those. And then we can go ahead and come in with our other stencils and kind of, you know, look at what we have, evaluate, and say, okay, now what do we need more of? What do we need less of that we already have, and don't do any more like that. I have a tendency to just keep doing the same thing over and over again. But anyway, and I will talk to our stencil people about this. You know, they're all on a boat.
Yeah.
They're afloat on a boat
Okay.
all the way to Mexico.
We're here at the end now.
We're here at the end.
Thank you guys for hanging with us. If you just
Very
got
much.
here, this is the end.
This
Catch
is
the replay.
don't
end is
yeah
here.
watch those reruns and leave comments because it may surprise you. Josh even reads those.
I do, and I respond.
He does.
I like it.
Especially if you name him, he has to.
I always do. I always look through those. And thank you for responding to this. You responding to some for me. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you guys. They're all loving the PJ duo.
Oh, thank you. I sure had a good time today.
Okay.
And I think he was an excellent co-host. He shall be invited back at any time in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, one of these days he might even get paid to do this kind of stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, thank you, everyone. Leave those thumbsy upsies and subscribe. Okay?
If you have not done so, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll see you on Thursday.
Yes, the PJ show
The
continues.
PJ show continues
on
on
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.